Yeah, yeah.
We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 522. I'm your man behind the microphone and your Scholars of Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. I am Scholar Jeff. Joining us this week, as always, the OG Undisputed Scholar himself. He is Scholar Tarek. Scholar Tarek, how we feeling tonight, sir?
I am just now reaching to the conclusion that you are the Scholars of Wrestling heavyweight champion, yet we don't see a title. Are you gonna just pull a John Moxley and just put the title in a briefcase and just we won't see it until you drop the title?
Who says I
Probably.
haven't already done that? You're just
I
going to have to
fucking knew
find
it.
out with the rest of them.
I knew it.
Also, this week on the show, we've got your man and mine. He is the one and only Scholar Pete. Scholar Pete, how are we feeling tonight?
As I live and
Yeah.
breathe.
Hey.
First of all, if you're not first, you're last. But besides that, I am also the number one contender for what should be my belt. If you all remember, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you back for a second. I got screwed out of my Scholars of Wrestling Championship because of a wheel. Not even
By
because of a
who?
prediction, ladies and gentlemen, because the wheel favored Scholar Jeff. But let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, and let me know in the comments how excited you are when I take back my Scholars of Wrestling Championship from Jeff, because I am your number one contender and I am your champion, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that note, last but certainly not least, for the second week in a row, the one, the only, the ever rotating Scholar Charlie. Scholar Charlie, how are we feeling tonight, sir?
I've been awake for 48 hours. I walked 9 miles. I got my oil change in my car, and I looked like Georgie just to find out that I have a cavity and I'm getting it pulled tomorrow morning.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
is great.
Everything
Was
is groovy in the
is it a
wrestling
wisdom
world.
tooth?
No.
Oh,
It's a little
See,
ouch.
Jimmy.
everything is groovy. It was not a wisdom tooth.
And I gotta give a little correction to Pete there. You're not just the number one contender. You're the half contender because you had to tie with my undisputed scholar tag team partner, Scholar Brian. I mean, I
I
gotta represent the undisputed
listen.
scholars. Gotta call out, give the respect.
It's a technicality, I understand, but let me assure you that it does not matter at the end of the day.
You say this? Do you say the Scholars Championship is going to come home? Well, you're absolutely right, sir. It is going to come home to the undisputed Scholars when Scholar Brian just goes ahead and just sneaks in between the feud that you and your tag team partner is going against each other by
You know,
holding the grudge that oh, wheel. Oh, nope, it's mine now. Ah,
you
ha,
know,
ha, ha, ha.
sneaking in, that's a very funny thing you say, Scholar Tower, because I'm pretty much sneaking into becoming Scholar of the Year, which would make me an undisputed scholar if you didn't know. So
Hey,
Oh, if
just
you
you
don't
wait.
know, now you know.
Pete, as Brian and I say many, many times on this show, once you earn that title of Undisputed Scholar, we welcome you with open arms. We welcome all of you with open arms if you go ahead and reach the top of the mountain that is the Undisputed Scholars.
I'm on
Well,
my way.
I'll
You
tell
were
you
on
what.
your way, but not no more.
Until we get to that mountaintop, we still have a lot of wrestling to talk about. And what better way to kick things off here on the Scholars Wrestling Show than our favorite opening act in a little segment we like to call Backstage News.
Indeed. Well, you guys go ahead and try to climb your way on top of the mountain. Brian and I are just already here. We just go ahead and look down. We go ahead, look down, and somebody get the stick. Somebody get the stick. Because how? Okay. Oh no. Yeah, here it is. Give me the stick. Give me the
Don't
stick.
give him the
Okay.
stick.
I have the stick. I have the stick. I'm gonna reach on down now. Reach on down. Peek behind that curtain because it's just so high on top of the mountain. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at peeking behind that curtain. Checking in on some backstage news.
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 News. Okay, I don't need this anymore.
News.
See you soon, Brian. Meh. But anyway, all that's joking and intros aside, we have a few topics to talk about in this week in wrestling. The first of which being we have a loss from NXT. Jasmine Nix has been confirmed to be leaving NXT. She was offered another contract. She did not take that contract. Uh, from all of her social media posts, it looks like she was offered below 80 grand a year, and she's opted to not take it. Uh, Not that we need to dwell on this too much, but I don't believe we're talking too much about Jasmine Nix on this show. Scholars, impressions on Jasmine Nix? Should you meet? Will she be missed in your mind, or was she just another NXT face passing in the night to you?
I think it was a missed opportunity because she was part of that group.
Not no more.
No, not no more.
Fatal
I thought it
influence,
was. I
yes.
thought initially it was going to be a story, like some kind of storyline where it's like, oh, is one of them turning heel, just or is this just like her getting kicked out of their group? But no, it's just no. She's not leaving the group. She's leaving the company in general. So,
Yeah.
but she didn't. She did post something about like now that she actually is open to like going back to like your like football, like soccer for us Americans, but going back to football and just before when she was in NXT, she couldn't have these opportunities, and now she's more now that she actually is no longer there, she's open to she has now many of these doors that she can go ahead and cross. So I guess even for her sake, it's just basically as you put it, fool, another face in the wind. This NXT,
All we are is dust in the wind, dude. Dust, wind, dude.
dude.
Pete, any thoughts on Jasmine Nix at all, or none at all?
What can I say? I mean, to lieu of what Tarek said, leaving this contract and knowing that the one thing with WWE NXT, it may be dust in the wind, but you still become known. It's not the Indies, it's not TNA. You're on WWE programming, so your name's going to get out there. And with that comes opportunities elsewhere. So the only thing we could say is if this indeed was something where she didn't take up the contract, maybe she has other ventures planned because that name, the marquee of being associated with WWE NXT is just a great brand for your name as a person. So when you could take that and use that to go back into the football and the Europeans, and do other ventures and stuff like that, I think she'll be just fine. But again, it is that thing of will we remember her in a couple of years? Oh yeah, it will be that. Yeah, she was a part of that group, like Scholar Charlie said before. It's going to be just a flash in the pan. But best of luck in her future endeavors.
Couldn't have wrapped it up any better myself. But speaking of women's wrestling, AEW got a new addition to their titles. There are now AEW women's tag team titles just announced on this past week's Dynamite. So with that, I know there's been some criticism back and forth, but my scholar's quick talk question to all of you: what team do you suppose is going to be the first team to win the AEW women's tag titles? Your thoughts?
Ooh.
Oh, I need to think about that.
I'll tell you what. Just to give a moment to think, I'll share my initial reaction. This likely to happen? Probably not, but it is the first thought that came to mind.
I have one of
I
those.
I thought of someone who just came back and someone who has been underutilized for some time. I'm gonna take two women who are two of the first two women's champions in AEW history. I say let's team Riho with Nyla Rose just for fun. Have that big and little contrast going on. Outside of that, that's the first thought that popped in my mind, although I'm pretty certain there are some better ones. How about
Guys,
you?
Help
We
me out here.
all know the answer, boys. We all know who's going to win the belt to
Don't
add to
do
the
it.
belt collection.
Don't do it. Don't you do
We
it.
all know who it is. Scholar Tarek. What's that name?
Oh, so now you're actually including me with your Mercedes Monet bit. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But no, in all seriousness, I think
To
truly,
be fair, she might go after that to add to her belt collection.
but
It's
that's where
not
I'm
unheard
going.
of,
We want to
unfortunately.
be wild. Get ready for a wild prediction. Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné teams up to win the AEW Tag Team Championships. You know why? Because Tony Storm just lost the belt. So what are you going to do? You're going to win the first ever AEW. And it could be where AEW has a thing where it's like you're no longer champion. They can have another little battle for themselves and turn it from a battle into winning the belts. You know, make Tony Khan make this a little bit of a couple months build up. Do all these different teams, mix it up. But at the end of the day, we're gonna get Tony Storm and Mercedes Mooney
Nope.
to win the tag team titles.
Nope.
I'll only accept that if they go like a team hell no route where they're trying to be like, I'm the tag team champions, I'm the tag team champions. It's just them continue just trying to one up one another, forcing each other to forcing tagging themselves in. Trying, I think that kind of stuff would be fun. But if I were to pick a team, I kind of want to go in the unorthodox route of actually throwing in the triangle of madness of Julia Hart and Sky Blue.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I still have a
Mm-hmm.
different pick. Yay.
Oh,
Well, on
or
that note, yeah,
oh
oh,
wait, no,
first you.
never, no. I rescind that because I forgot. Chris Statlander is the women's world champion. I was gonna say have Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander
I
like,
still have a different team.
yay!
Yay.
What is your team, Scholar Jimmy?
Chris, it's Georgie today, remember?
Georgia.
Um, Chris Statlander and Feel the Wrath.
Okay, so you're also you are going for Chris Statlander and for a double champion, pretty much.
Yes.
Hmm. That would be a strong way to kick off the tag champs. But yeah, there's a lot of different opportunities for this. There's a lot of different ways you can go. We'll see what ends up happening. But in the
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter, yeah.
Oh,
Again,
wait. Who's what's her name? Feel
I
the
don't know what is her
Wrath.
name.
Harley
Harley
Cameron.
Harley
Harley
Cameron.
Cameron.
Who is she tagging with now?
Um.
Or partnering or whatever.
Oh
Is
God, I know. It's gonna buy. Let's see. Harley Cameron.
And throw Harley Cameron at whoever. Honestly, she can make it work no matter what.
yes.
And plus, you gotta give Harley Cameron something to do.
Yeah,
Give her a reason to be on TV every week.
absolutely.
As long as it's not Megan Bain and Penelope Ford.
Oh
Um,
no!
I jinxed it, didn't
What if
I?
what you may have? You very well may have.
Shit.
I know it's like, wait a minute. There's
Anna
got to be
J.
some Anna
That's
J.
who Harley Cameron.
Okay,
That's
okay,
right.
yeah,
Okay, they're my bold prediction.
yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
think I may have
Let
accidentally
me tell you,
jinxed something into
I would
reality.
I want to see some predictions in the comments because I'm curious to see what people want to see for tag teams in the first tag teams. I think it could be a numerous amount of teams. So I'm very excited to see what AEW does. We all had different opinions, so the sky's the limit, I guess.
That just
here's
gives a
hoping.
it gives a good word in just actually their act of how they're actually building a women's tag team division in AEW. And not even just like the women's division in general. That was always been one of the big criticisms in AEW for the first few years is that like, oh, you have a 2 hour show and the women only get not even 10 minutes. So just shows they're actually learning from their mistakes from the past few years and actually building on what they have with a
Well,
great roster.
that's what I'm saying. You have these couple months to build it up, and then give us a team hell no with Tony Storm and good old MM, and we're solid.
Oh, thank God he just went NM.
Uh,
Eminem.
It's a marathon sprint. But speaking of marathons, in one last bit of backstage news for this week, it was just announced that AJ Styles would be retiring next year sometime in 2026. He's the only other specificities he said he will most likely be on the WrestleMania card, but outside of that, no other specifics were given. I guess the prevailing thing right now to ask is Scholars Quick Talk. Who do you foresee being AJ Styles' final match or final opponent?
That's a really good question. Well, if anything, if they, I don't know who, but the question is where, and if WWE actually does end up, or at least TKO ends up buying TNA, we could probably see his final match happening at like Bound for Glory or something like that.
Ooh,
I like that.
But the question on who, uh, that is a good. There are I really don't know. Because, like, I would just hilariously just say either like Christopher Daniels or Samoa Joe, but for obvious reasons that can't happen. Uh, huh.
there's
Okay.
one.
I honestly, I can't think of any.
There's one name that jumps to my mind. I'm curious to know if anyone else is going to think of this one.
Braun
Uh,
Braun.
no, nope, not what I'm
Bro.
thinking. Is that your serious
No,
prediction?
that's not my serious pick.
All right, then pick something. Who do you think his final match is going to be against?
Can I?
Yeah, go Scholar.
Go ahead.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna be Triple H, but I think it's going to be someone backed by Triple H.
Seth frickin' Rollins?
I don't know. I just have a
Oh,
feeling because
it's
of
not
the
anyone
whole
specific.
someone doesn't want me here thing that AJ did. It's gonna be Triple H managing or mentoring AJ Styles' opponent, whether that be Seth Rollins or whomever.
All right, how about you, Pete? Who do you got?
See, I'm going through the Rolodex here, and you can have a bunch of different people here. You can have Drew McIntyre and have a nice little like baby face going outro. I think his last time is going to be SummerSlam. I think he'll do WrestleMania. I think he'll go in the summer, but I think it will be basically we'll remember the next three matches, which is going to be his match at with Cena. It's going to be his match at WrestleMania, and it's going to be his farewell opponent, which I'm going to say I think is going to be Cody Rhodes.
Oh.
I think, give AJ Styles the big dog. Give him the king of the mountain for WWE, the poster boy. AJ was an indie darling. He was the backbone of TNA for over a decade. I mean, the man is incredible. Unbreakable 2005. Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles. One of the best wrestling matches you will ever see in your life, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, for him to go out on a final match, how could you not, as WWE, treat it as we can have the Triple H angle? I love that Triple H angle, Scholar Charlie, and I'm going to build off that where
Awesome.
Triple H could then say, "This is our guy. This is Cody Rhodes." And
Oh my God. That would be fantastic.
you can make it a Cody Rhodes heel turn. It could be a whole big thing. But the fact
Oh
of the
my
matter is,
God.
listen, I'm just letting you boys dance in my imagination. But I'm just telling you, Scholar Jeff, is at the end of the day, you give AJ Styles what he deserves, which is the send off of the highest praise. And what's the highest praise? To be in the main event with the top star of WWE. On the flip side, I'll take Gunther too for Scholar Tarek.
Wow.
I'll be honest. I was just gonna go with Joe Hendry just to put a new guy over. But yeah, that works too.
Listen, I got imagination.
Oh, trust me. We'll get to imagination a little bit later on in the show. But
Ooh,
in
I
the
love the tea.
meantime, we do have a wrestling show to predict because this weekend is going to be NXT No Mercy. And you know what? We're going to predict it right here and now. Are we ready?
No.
Sure.
I listen.
Delightful.
I am the biggest NXT fan here, so everybody knows I listen. I had talked about this PLE for weeks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, on that
Okay.
note, this is going to be NXT No Mercy. And as the current champion, I'm going to take my first pick. And the first match on the card is Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs. I'm going to go with Josh Briggs just because I feel like he needs a win right now. Javon Evans is reaching Teflon status in NXT, at least in NXT. So I feel like Josh Briggs needs a win right here. Pete, how about you? What do you think?
Well, seeing that this does not contribute towards Scholar of the Year, which I am in the process of attaining, ladies and gentlemen, so stick around to see that greatness at the
I
end of the
back
year.
Pete. I
But
back Pete.
in all fairness, let's have some fun here tonight, gentlemen, and let's go with what you went with Briggs. I'm gonna go with Evans. Fuck it. I don't. I think you know what? Why not?
All right, Charlie, that means the next pick is yours. Who are you going for?
Javon Evans.
Okay, that's two for Javon, one for Josh Briggs. Tarek, which way you going?
Well, as most of you people know, I don't follow NXT as much as the fellow scholars on this show, even the ones that are not here. Well, one in particular, one couldn't care less. Um, I'm I'm just gonna even this out and I'll go with Josh Briggs because I don't care. To quote Scholar Jeremy, I don't give a shit. I'm just
Maximum
gonna throw balls.
nonchalance.
I'm going in balls
Let me
deep.
tell you, you had the punch down too. With all you had all the mannerisms down. That was wonderfully done.
Speaking of wonderfully done, the next match on our card is Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe. Pete, it's your pick up next. Which way you going?
In a
Jordan
steel cage weapons match.
Steel cage weapons match. Yes. Who are you going
doesn't
for?
doesn't change my pick. It's obviously Grace. If you got glory, you got grace. That she's walking out the winner of this steel cage weapons match. Thank you, Scholar Charlie.
You're welcome.
Speaking of Scholar Charlie, it's your turn up next. Which way you going? Jordan Grace or Blake Monroe?
Jordan Grace for the win.
That's two for Jordan. Tarek, what do you think?
I want to say Jordan Grace, but every single time I predicted Jordan Grace, I end up losing. And I feel, and then I also feel like if I pick Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace is gonna fucking win. I am in a lose-lose situation here. I don't know what to do. It's making my brains explode. I'll go with Jordan Grace.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dare to be a little bit different here. I'm gonna go with Blake Monroe. Just
If
because of how
I
strong that promo came across. You know what? I'm thinking like, okay, I think we're gonna see something here. I really I'm I'm convinced. I'm sold. Whether or not I'm
I'm now
right, well,
convinced if Jordan Grace loses this match, I am never going to predict for her again.
she's the reverse Charlotte Flair.
She is the reverse Charlotte Flair
She's
for
the
this
nega
situation.
Flair.
Ooh.
She is her predicting her will be my kryptonite, and I will avoid that shit like spoiled milk.
Speaking of spoiled milk, that'll bring us to our next match on the card. We've got for the NXT North American Championship, we've got All Ego Ethan Page defending his title against Tavion Heights. Charlie, it's your first pick. Which one you going?
All ego Ethan Page. Ow. Ethan Page.
I wasn't sure if that was a bit or not.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
All
Charlie.
right. Tarek, back to you. Who are you going for?
I'm gonna go for the NXT Canadian champion, Ethan Page.
And I will also go with Ethan Page for winning. Uh, Pete, do we have an accord?
Actually, I'm gonna go with Ethan. Ah! Sorry.
Fuck you, Pete.
I'm going with Ethan Page for the win.
Biggest heel on
Oh,
Scholars,
smartass.
Scholar Pete.
All right. Next up, for which something I believe could be a first for an NXT PLE, we've got the WWE Women's Speed Championship being defended. Sol Ruka defending against Laney Reed. Tarek, what's going on here?
Holy shit, the speed titles still exist?
I
Yeah,
know. I know. I thought they stopped speed, but then they just randomly started having speed matches
on
on
NXT.
NXT. I don't
Yep.
get it, but here we are.
Make that 18 belts for WWE, Scholar Tarring.
No, make that 19 if they're keeping the men's one too.
Yeah.
That's 19. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
Okay,
Oh
can we talk
man.
Great
about the
minds think alike.
multiverse now? Can we talk about the multiverse now?
Oh,
There's
no.
a hell of a lot of titles. That's all we need to know for right now.
Oh man.
Tarek, talk to me, buddy.
So is this going with the speed rules? Is it only going to be only 3 minutes?
Could
What the
be.
fuck is going on?
Yeah, it does go by the speed rules.
Okay,
Listen,
then I'll
it's no
just
mercy. Anything could happen.
I'll I'll, I'll go with Sol Ruka.
Huh.
If anyone actually gets that reference, then I will applaud them.
I didn't get it.
Something about fast wound, but okay.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
no. Sol Ruka.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I do not understand that reference. And frankly, this
I'll
entire
just say what
match.
knockers. Tiki
Oh, that
duck
was. Oh, I think you had Doctor. You take the blonde, I'll take the one in the turban. Young Frankenstein, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course.
It's a classic. But yeah, I think this match is only here on the card just to give Sol Ruka a payday because everyone loves Sol Ruka, and so do I. I'm all gonna go for Sol Ruka to win. Pete, what do you think?
I mean, this 3-minute match is going to be one of the best matches you see on the card all night.
You say that jokingly,
I
and
don't.
then you meet Sol Ruka.
And that's why she's my pick. Because let me tell you something. I think this is going to be a fun match. I think it's going to liven up the NXT crowd. Not saying that this card is blah, but I'm saying I think with her and the WWE speed, I think it's going to add a little bit more excitement to the event. If you put this in the middle of the card, I think it can flourish and really be a nice little, not a pee break, but hey, that was a great 3-minute match.
Definitely.
You're not going to have enough time to go to the bathroom for this match, Pete.
How
By
slow
the
do you
time you get
pee?
there, the match is over.
How slow do you pee?
Listen, you got to do the urinal check. You got to make sure you're not next to anybody. Then
Of
you got to put your
course.
hands up like you're about to get frisked by the cops.
What
It's
kind
a
of
whole
what
process.
kind of bathroom rituals do people have? Just
I mean, who doesn't?
I was
expect to get
meaning just for
frisked
the
by the
people
cops in the
there.
bathroom
No, you stand like you're getting frisked by the cops.
and fill the other people who are in the public bathroom with you, give them
Listen,
really weird ideas.
Scholar fans, of course, remember our bathroom podcast is every Saturday, only
He
on
hasn't
YouTube.
lived. Pete, he
Welcome to
hasn't lived.
Scholars of Public Restrooms, a new podcast coming soon. All right, Charlie, enough of this tomfoolery. Who you going with? Sol Ruka or Laney Reed? Do we
Sol
have an
Ruka.
accord?
Sol
Of
Ruka.
course. Of course. There we go. All right. That will bring us to our penultimate match of the evening. We've got an actual interesting one. We've got Oba Femi defending the NXT Championship against Ricky Saints. And I gotta be straight up with you. I think this could be the night that Ricky Saints becomes the new champion and takes it over Oba Femi. Oba Femi has had a phenomenal run with the NXT Championship, but Ricky Saints is Ricky Saints. He is more than due and this is the perfect time to put the belt on him. So I'm going to go with Ricky. Pete, it's your pick up next. Which way we going?
Uh, did we forget the NXT Women's Championship?
No, we did not.
That's why he said penultimate.
Oh, I didn't hear. My apologies. But what I did hear was
You always got to look out for the P, Pete.
damn right. But I will also echo to what you said because what I did hear you say is Ricky is winning this match because if there was ever a time for this kid to win, it is now. And I cannot wait for this match. It's my most anticipated match on the card. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Scholar Charlie, where you at?
Ricky Starks. I mean Saints. Ah, silly me.
Tricks of
Same
kids.
difference. Tarek, do we have an accord, sir?
I was gonna say Ricky Staints. Uh, but yes, we do. I'm also gonna go. I was actually really close to saying Ricky Staints again in actuality, but I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ricky Saints to win. There's nothing more to add than what you guys say. Um, I actually see Obafemi on the verge of having a main roster jump,
Mm-hmm.
and if anything, I could see him going to SmackDown. I feel like
Very interesting.
Raw is a little crowded right now, and SmackDown is kind of in need for some names to be put on
How
the
about a match
roster.
with
So
AJ Styles?
Ooh,
There you go,
not a
gentlemen. What do you
bad,
think about
not bad,
that?
not bad.
in his
That's the
farewell
second
tour,
match that everybody will remember.
So anyway, that will bring us to our final match of the evening, or at least what we think is going to close the show. We've got JC Jane defending the NXT Women's Championship against Lola Vice. Pete, it's your final pick. Who you got?
I,
Well, let's put it this way. Have you seen either of these ladies go yet?
of course, my pick is Lola Vice, without question. I mean, but I just, I'm curious to see how this match plays out, truly. And that's all I'm going to say on it.
How about Charlie? What do you think?
Just from the amount of support that she has behind her,
I see
Lola
what you did
Vice.
there. I see what you did there. Tarek, which way you going?
I'll go with Lola Vice. I'm I feel like it would be fun to see both NXT World titles change hands and just start with something fresh.
Do we have an accord?
We do have an accord. I've always liked JC Jane. And again, this is very much a repeat of what we just did last round in so many different ways. JC, I've been a fan of hers. I was very delighted when she became with the women's championship. She's one of those people where as soon as she got a gimmick that she could dig into, she just took the ball and ran with it. But then again, so has Lola. And I feel like Lola has not only been getting herself over more and more and more, but I feel like WWE management as a whole has also been giving her more to do, trusting her more with all
Mhm.
of the cross promotions with AAA and teaming her with Mr. Iguana, who is also they see big things for. So, yeah, I say it's time to strap the rocket to Lola's ass and just go. There had to be a butt joke in there somewhere. It's
You
Lola
I'm
nailed
Vice.
not
it.
doing what I did last
You
week.
nailed it.
No,
Please
I'm not doing it
don't.
again.
Again,
It's okay, sir. No one's asking you to.
Thanks a lot.
it's like a unit. Let it be like a unicorn in the midnight forest. Like you only see it once in the blue moon, but then when it touches
Ah,
your life, you will never forget it for the rest of your days, no
Moon,
matter how
I get
hard you
what you did
try.
there.
Good, because I don't know what the hell I just said. Anyway, speaking of not knowing what the hell I just said, we cannot close out this show without talking about the real main event of this weekend, The real must-see shows of Saturday night. You know what I'm talking about. We're talking about the Saturday Night Slam Masters, where Pete and I cover the greatest shows of the weekend, or all, not just all weekend, but all week and all time. Of course, as your reigning World Wildlife Fund Velocity Saturday Night World Champion, I am going to be talking about the exciting matches that you can see on Wildlife Fund Saturday Night Velocity TM. Kicking off the show is a Lucha Libre extravaganza. We've got the King Showdown. We've got Silver King going one on one for the first time ever against King from Tekken. That's right. There's going to be drop kicks. There's going to be hurricane ranas. There's going to be power bombs. There's going to be electric wind god fists, but not really. But you know what I'm talking about. It's going to be one for the ages. But we still have more. We've got in a first ever steel cage journalism match. We've got Sam Donaldson going one on one with Walter Cronkite, the living legend himself. That's right, the match you never thought you'd ever see. We're making it happen because that's the kind of show this is. And of course, in the main event, it's the match you never think you'd ever see. For the first time ever, maybe for the last time ever, you better come hungry because it's Bob's Big Boy going up against Mayor McCheese in a Hamburglar on a pole match. That's right. Your ears or your taste buds don't deceive you. You can only get it here at World Wildlife Fun Saturday Night Velocity TM. Pete, can your show top that? Because I submit you cannot.
Charlie, this is what I have to deal with now. I don't I don't know what to do anymore.
I absolutely adored that whole card. Pete, good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, I am your AEW Collision Corner World Champion, and we bring you the best of Collision Corner. Of course, if you didn't know, you should definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel because you know what's happening. Because when over there at Wildlife Federation, we don't care about matches. It's the moments you set up. So finally, the returning segment you all been waiting for. Doink the Clown Clubhouse, where of course Doink the Clown brings out people and interviews them. And of course, we've waited for months, nearly years, for this reuniting of Doink the Clown finally coming back to make friends with Shark Boy from TNA. It is a greatness where they are going to spend a segment talking their feelings out. And yes, it's going to get violent because you know Shark Boy's going to bite his ass. And you know Doink is going to rustle up some hairs. It is a must see segment. But of course, we here at Collision Corner only give you the best matches. So our first main event, of course, is one for the record books. You've heard of the Punjabi prison match. It finally returns. The Punjabi prison match returns. And of course, we're going to have Clint Eastwood make his in-ring debut. And he's going against Antonio Banderas in a what the fuck is there a punch-out match on this card? It is going to be a sight to see. Can these men wrestle? Do you care? No. You're here to see two actors in a Punjabi prison match. Now, finally, we get to the main event. There hasn't been any wrestling, but we're all about the wrestling. So, of course, we're going to have an Armageddon steel cage Hell in the Cell ladder extravaganza. It is going to feature only the greatest evers. Of course, I'm talking about me. Me, DDP, taking on the rated R superstar Edge, taking on the Phenom, the Undertaker, facing, of course, you love him and I, Joe Schwartz from the Shorts trilogy. Y'all remember the Shorts trilogy from the 1980s? And of course, our last participant has to be somebody big, somebody global. We digged up all night. We got to the casket. And here he comes. Andre the Giant returning.
Wait, you're resurrecting Andre the Giant for this? Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to interrupt, but really?
Listen, listen. Andre couldn't make it. You know, he's been in the ground for 30 plus years, but who hasn't been in the ground? And our final person, of course, you love him. You hate his music, but you love the performer, Toby Keith. Coming back from his TNA days with Jeff Jarrett is going to be in this match. This is all what you could see on Saturday night's Collision Corner. You don't want to go over to the Velocity champion because those matches are hoop de doopla. My matches are real and speaks to the people, and I hope my fellow scholars see that. So, fellow scholars, what are your thoughts?
So now here's the point in the show, Charlie, where we decide
Yeah,
which show
yeah, they
would
told me.
you change. Yeah, yeah, that's what we have to do.
It's okay. Take your time. Think it over. You already know who won Saturday nights.
I do.
Brian, for not being
Can
here.
I explain?
That's absolutely right.
I knew you were like that.
Can I explain?
Of course.
Okay. Jeffrey did not win. Pete did
Ah,
because he used his own Dungeon Master's tactics against him, putting in DDP, Draven
oh.
Dick Punch, and my favorite wrestling husband
Ugh.
ever, the Rated R Superstar Edge. So sorry, Jeff, but Pete wins.
There will be many other Saturdays, but thankfully we do have another scholar here to pester to make the right decision. Scholar Tarek, tell me what I want to hear.
I have to admit, the idea of the big boy wrestling Mayor McCheese is actually something that is just too much to, too much to take.
I
So,
know,
but
right?
yeah, that sold me. I'll go with World Wildlife Fund Velocity
That's World
for this
Wildlife
week.
Fun Saturday Night Velocity TM.
Sure. I don't I my brain is fried from this segment now.
Well,
Ironically enough, that's our new tagline. World Wildlife Fun Saturday Night Velocity TM. We melt your brain.
that being that it is a tie, I encourage uh, down in the comments who won. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for picking me. I appreciate you. Just because I'm your number one contender and your future scholar is a wrestling champion, don't worry. I will make a cake and present it when I win my belt back.
Delightful. But with that, now is the time in our show where we bring it back to you, turn the focus back on you, our fellow fans. What do you think is going to happen in No Mercy? Who do you think had the better Saturday Night Slam Masters card? And who the hell is going to be AJ Styles' latest opponent? No matter what you think, we want to hear from you all across the internet, but especially joining in the conversation on Twitter. Tarek, where can they reach you?
You can reach me trying gaining my sanity back at the Avatar.
And Pete, where can they reach you?
It's not gonna work.
My sanity is perfectly fine, ladies and gentlemen. They can find me at Improv Pete.
And Charlie, where can they reach you?
You can find me trying to get some sleep at Charlene.
Yeah,
The
good luck.
coffee is wearing down, and you can find me pouring some more and settling the score somehow at I'm Robbie Rage. And for all of these relevant social media links and much, much more, just check us out at the link tree in our description box below. That's linktree/scholars of wrestling. And with that, we've got a pay-per-view to look out for. We got to get ready
Woo!
for we're going to be watching No Mercy, but you already knew we were because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're
You're
welcome.
You're
welcome.
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 See you all for some No Mercy.